Cincinnati Streetcar has received plenty of skepticism over the years, and that's just one of many things it has in common, of course, with Kansas City Streetcar.
And as you probably know, all this week, 9 on your sides, Pat LaFleur has reported from Kansas City where their streetcar is seeing growing ridership and is actually poised to expand.
That's right, and tonight Pat introduces us to one business owner who was once the Kansas City Streetcar's biggest critic, but now its biggest fan.
Kansas City Streetcar wasn't always so popular. Some businesses, like Michael's Fine Clothes for Men behind me, saw major disruption when crews began laying the streetcar tracks.
Keith Navor's family has been in business on Kansas City's Main Street for more than 110 years.
I'm third generation. My grandfather, Michael, started this store in 1905.
Michael's always had a front row seat to the network of streetcars that ran throughout Kansas City a century ago. He showed us one photo hanging on his shop walls dating back to 1928.
This is Michael's right here. It was Michael's jewelry. This was one of the only intersections in Kansas City where a streetcar could go west, east, north, south.
Despite this history, when crews began laying the new KC streetcar tracks, Navor had to protest.
I was to the point where I was outside moving cones so people could find my establishment and get to my store.
It wasn't just the construction that rubbed Navor the wrong way. To keep the streetcar running year after year, voters had to approve a special taxing district to fund it, an election in which Navor was not allowed to participate because he didn't live there.
I didn't think that was incredibly fair, so I was ready to go buy crates of tea, like the Boston Tea Party, because taxation without representation.
Fast forward to today, and Navor is telling a different story.
Business has crept way up, and especially with the viability of the streetcar, the visibility of people in the car seeing what's around. You know, hey, there's a clothing store there.
Navor said that while his neighborhood used to be empty storefronts and old warehouses, now
there's so much happening around us.
Estimates vary depending on whom you ask, but Kansas City Mayor Quentin Lucas tells us
already we've seen in excess of $1 billion of development connected to it.
But beyond his bottom line, Navor said the whole process has taught him how to weather the sort of disruption a project like this can cause.
If you weren't proactive, you had a problem. I think I can almost get through, I don't want to say disasters, but I learned a lot, and just being proactive and mainly being nice.
From Kansas City, Pat LaFleur, 9 on your side.